Every day begins with a choice, a decision that often goes unnoticed. You rise from your bed, and whether you are aware of it or not, you set into motion the direction of your day by the thoughts you allow to occupy your mind. The mind is the most powerful tool you possess, and what you declare to it each morning is the very command that shapes your destiny. If you desire to alter your life, if you seek to shift the conditions around you, then you must begin by commanding your inner world the moment your eyes open. It is not the external world that dictates your future. It is the inner dialogue, the words you affirm, the thoughts you impress upon your subconscious before you step into the day. Every morning is a fresh canvas. The brush is in your hand, and the colors you choose are your words, your affirmations, and your beliefs. Too many awaken and allow yesterday's failures, disappointments, and anxieties to color today's picture. They rise with doubt, they carry the weight of yesterday's defeats, and before the day has begun, they have already surrendered to mediocrity. But you are not destined for mediocrity. You are not called to live as a shadow of what you could be. You are meant for greatness, for abundance, for success, for fulfillment. And the key to unlocking that reality begins with what you declare to yourself every morning. The mind is impressionable. It is like fertile soil, and the seeds you plant will grow, whether they are seeds of despair or seeds of triumph. Say to yourself each morning, "Today I will think only thoughts of power, success, health, wealth, and abundance. Today I will not allow fear or doubt to dictate my steps. Today I command my mind to work in harmony with the infinite intelligence that created me." These words are not empty. They are the forces that begin to shape your belief system, and belief is the root of all achievement. What you consistently affirm with conviction, you begin to believe, and what you believe, you act upon. What you act upon consistently becomes your reality. When you rise and declare words of power, you awaken the sleeping giant within. You align yourself with the invisible forces of the universe that are constantly responding to the vibration of your thoughts. Consider this truth: every successful man and woman, every leader, every innovator, every dreamer who turned vision into reality, began with a thought impressed daily upon their mind. They learned to speak into existence the conditions they desired. They refused to speak of lack, of weakness, of defeat. They chose instead to affirm strength, abundance, and certainty until the unseen became seen. So I tell you this every morning, before the noise of the world enters your mind, before the doubts of others find a way into your spirit, declare these truths. Say, "I am strong, I am capable, I am guided by wisdom beyond myself. I attract opportunities, success, and abundance. I refuse to be limited by my past, and I refuse to be defined by fear. I am destined for greatness, and today I move one step closer to it." When you say these words with conviction, you are doing more than speaking. You are impressing upon your subconscious a command, and the subconscious mind obeys with absolute faithfulness. You see, the mind cannot distinguish between what is vividly imagined and what is physically real. When you affirm each morning with emotion and repetition, your subconscious accepts those words as truth and begins to shape your behavior, your perceptions, and even the circumstances that come into your life. The world around you is nothing more than a mirror of the dominant thoughts within you. If you rise each morning and declare defeat, defeat will meet you. But if you rise each morning and declare victory, opportunity will come knocking at your door, sometimes in ways you least expect. Imagine for a moment two individuals. One awakens and says, "Life is difficult, opportunities are scarce, nothing ever works out for me." That individual has already surrendered the day to defeat. Their actions will be half-hearted, their confidence absent, their perception clouded by negativity. They will miss the very opportunities that cross their path because their mind has been conditioned to see only obstacles. Now imagine another individual who rises and says, This day is filled with opportunities. I have the power to overcome challenges. Everything I need to succeed is already within me. I attract people and circumstances that lift me higher. That person steps into the day with energy, with faith, with alertness. They recognize opportunities where others see problems. They persist where others quit. And because their mind is aligned with abundance, abundance naturally gravitates toward them. Do not underestimate the power of these morning declarations. They are not mere words. They are commands to your inner world, and your inner world governs the outer. Every great empire begins first as a vision in the mind of a dreamer. Every fortune is first a thought. Every transformation begins with a decision followed by consistent affirmation. If you desire wealth, speak it. If you desire health, declare it. If you desire confidence, affirm it. Speak as though it is already yours, for the subconscious accepts it as fact and aligns with forces beyond your conscious understanding to bring it into reality. But I must warn you, this is not a one-day practice. This is not a simple ritual to be tested for a week and then abandoned. The law of the mind responds to persistence. Just as a seed planted today does not bear fruit tomorrow, so too must your affirmations be repeated daily with faith, conviction, and emotion until they grow roots deep into your subconscious. The weak will try once, see no change, and quit. The strong will persist, and over time they will see their inner declarations transform their outer world. Each morning when you rise, you have a choice: to surrender your day to chance or to command it with purpose. Say to yourself, I am the master of my destiny. I am the captain of my soul. I refuse to bow to circumstances, for circumstances are shaped by my thoughts and my persistence. Today, I walk in power, in purpose, and in prosperity. These words, when spoken with faith, become the very foundation of your character. They build within you resilience, confidence, and clarity. There will be days when doubt whispers. There will be mornings when fear seeks to reclaim its throne. But remember this: fear is only the absence of faith. Darkness is only the absence of light. Speak the words of light, speak the words of faith, and watch how fear dissolves. Say to yourself, I am greater than any challenge I face. I am not a victim of circumstances. I am a creator of circumstances. I choose abundance. I choose strength. I choose victory. Each repetition is a hammer striking the chains of limitation until they break. Do not let the simplicity of this truth cause you to overlook its power. The greatest forces are often the simplest. The rising sun, the flowing river, the growing seed, all are simple, yet they shape the world. In the same way, your morning words, though simple, shape the entire direction of your life. Guard them well. Do not waste them on complaints, on fears, on regrets. Use them as tools to sculpt the masterpiece of your life. There is no man or woman who cannot transform their life through this practice. Wealth, health, happiness, fulfillment, these are not reserved for the few. They are available to all who learn to master the mind and direct it with purpose. Your words are the rudder of your ship, and each morning you decide whether you will sail toward abundance or drift into mediocrity. Choose wisely. Every day, remind yourself that the world within creates the world without. Say, I am blessed, I am guided, I am unstoppable. Every setback is a setup for a greater comeback. My potential is limitless, and today I choose to live in alignment with that truth. With these words, you are no longer at the mercy of circumstance. You are the architect of your reality. Now I ask you, will you wake tomorrow and let life dictate its terms to you? Or will you rise and declare with conviction the life you choose to live? Say it, believe it, live it, and you will find that life itself bends to the force of your determined spirit. Consider how many individuals live their entire lives without ever understanding this secret.
They awaken, they drift into routine, they complain about circumstances, and they allow the momentum of yesterday to carry them into tomorrow.
They live by default, not by design, yet you have been given a mind capable of rewriting your destiny. The world outside you changes only when the world within you changes, and that change begins with the words you speak when your mind is most impressionable, in the stillness of the morning.
When you first rise, your conscious guard is weakest, and your subconscious is open to suggestion. This is the sacred window of time when you must speak life into your future. If you fill this sacred moment with worry, fear, or negative talk, you are watering weeds that will grow throughout the day. But if you choose to fill it with declarations of faith, strength, and certainty, you are watering seeds of greatness. The subconscious does not argue, it accepts and acts. It is like rich soil that cannot choose what to grow. It simply nurtures whatever seed is planted. You decide whether that seed is one of prosperity or one of poverty, one of courage or one of fear, one of success or one of failure.
Say to yourself each morning, I am in harmony with the infinite intelligence that governs all things. My life is a reflection of my thoughts, and I choose thoughts of abundance, clarity, and joy. I see opportunities where others see obstacles. I rise above fear, doubt, and limitation, for I know that within me lies the same power that shaped the stars. These are not empty phrases. They are reminders to your subconscious of who you truly are. They awaken the giant that society, fear, and habit have tried to put to sleep. Think of the great innovators of history, the men and women who shifted entire eras of human progress. They were not different in body, in blood, or in bone. What set them apart was their mastery of thought, their unshakable faith in the vision they spoke to themselves daily. They saw riches when others saw lack. They saw solutions when others saw problems. They saw possibility when others surrendered to impossibility. They did not wait for the world to confirm their belief. They declared their belief until the world had no choice but to conform. So I tell you again, never underestimate the words you speak each morning. They are not idle. They are commands. They are the blueprints of your future. Every day you repeat them, you carve deeper grooves into your subconscious, and those grooves become the tracks upon which your destiny runs. One day you will wake up and realize that what you once declared with trembling faith has now become your living reality. What seemed impossible became inevitable simply because you refused to let doubt dictate your morning and chose instead to affirm your greatness. Guard your mornings, for they are the birthplace of your destiny. Guard your words, for they are the tools of creation. Speak life, speak abundance, speak victory, and let each day be proof that you are the master of your fate, the designer of your world, and the architect of a future filled with limitless possibility. The power you release in the morning is the same power that carries you throughout the day. If you begin with hesitation, the hours ahead will reflect that hesitation. If you begin with determination, the hours will be filled with energy, clarity, and direction. Life bends itself around the spirit with the strongest conviction. When you affirm strength, your actions become stronger. When you affirm abundance, your choices lean toward expansion. When you affirm success, your awareness sharpens to recognize the pathways that lead to it. The average person believes they are victims of chance, tossed around by circumstances beyond their control. They believe that wealth belongs to the few, that opportunity is rare, that luck favors others but not themselves. This is the deception of a mind that has never been trained. But those who have learned the truth know that luck is not random. It is preparation meeting opportunity, and preparation begins with the right mental attitude at the start of each day. Your affirmations are not wishful thinking. They are mental conditioning, training your mind to notice, to attract, and to seize the very chances that others walk past without recognition. When you speak in the morning, speak with emotion.
Words without feeling are like arrows without a bow. They fall flat. Let conviction rise in your voice, even if no one else hears it. You must hear it, and your subconscious must feel it.
Say, I am wealthy in spirit, I am wealthy in health, I am wealthy in resources. I am worthy of love, respect, and opportunity. I am persistent, unshakable, and unstoppable. Today, nothing can stand in my way because I do not entertain defeat. Imagine yourself already living the life you desire as you speak these words. See the vision in your mind's eye, for visualization adds fuel to affirmation. Every morning that you repeat this process, you are chiseling away at the old patterns that have held you back. The habits of fear, laziness, doubt, and hesitation begin to weaken. In their place grow habits of courage, persistence, and faith. It is not a sudden explosion, but a steady transformation, like a river carving a canyon over time. One day the change will be undeniable. People will look at you and wonder how fortune always finds you, how opportunities always seem to favor you, how doors open at the perfect time. They will not understand that it all began with words spoken in the quiet hours of morning, words that planted seeds of greatness until they blossomed into undeniable results. Let your mornings be sacred. Treat them not as routine but as a ceremony, a daily renewal of your commitment to the life you are building. With each declaration, you are constructing the foundation of a new reality. And when the storms of life arise, as they always will, that foundation will hold, because it was built not on chance, not on weakness, but on deliberate, consistent, powerful affirmations of truth. You will stand firm, unshaken, and victorious, because you trained your mind each morning to accept nothing less. In the end, life will always give you a reflection of what you consistently declare. The mornings you choose to fill with fear will multiply fear throughout the day, but the mornings you fill with faith will multiply abundance, opportunity, and strength. By speaking with conviction each day, you are not merely repeating words. You are shaping your inner world, and your inner world is the mold for everything that comes after. If you truly desire change, begin at the start of every sunrise. Stand tall, breathe deeply, and affirm the life you choose to live. Do it with faith, do it with persistence, and soon you will discover that the world itself begins to rise and meet you at the level of your belief. Say it every morning, believe it with all your being, and watch your life transform into a reflection of your highest vision.